Texas Mutual is going to be hosting a WorkSafe Texas Summit. That's coming to Corpus Christi November 7th. Jeremiah Bentley is the Vice President of Marketing and Community Affairs for Texas Mutual. And Jeremiah, thanks for being with us today.
Well, thank you very much for having me on. I love the chance to come and talk to folks about workplace safety and Texas Mutual and what we're doing and why we care so much about it.
Let's start off at the top. Tell me what Texas Mutual is for folks that may not know.
Well, Texas Mutual is the state's largest provider of workers' compensation insurance. We provide our services to about 75,000 or so Texas businesses, and then they in turn keep their 1.5 million or so workers safe and on the job. So we really believe that our mission is to make sure that every worker in the state of Texas comes home safe at the end of the day. And if they are injured, that they get back to work and back to life. So that's why we care about things like coming out and doing events in public, not just for our policyholders and clients, but for anybody who cares about workplace safety.
The Texas Mutual WorkSafe Texas Summit will be in Corpus Christi November 7th. Who are you hoping attends this conference?
I'd say anybody that is at a business who has some responsibility for people. Like, I think a lot of times people or companies want to send their safety person, but if you think really like anybody that's in management, anybody that's a supervisor, anybody that has influence over how people work, they need to have this safety information, and they're taking care of their people, and we want to make sure that we equip them with the tools and resources they need to keep their employees safe and their teams, working and on the job and contributing to the business and contributing to the economy of the area.
I think that's a pretty good point, because I know in management a lot of times there are questions that you have, and you go to HR, you go to safety, whoever it is. It's a very good point you bring up. If you've got some people that are under your supervision, probably a good idea to find these things out.
Yeah, and who do people listen to, right? Like, I mean, I know I've got a boss, and the most important voice in my life every day when I go to work is like what my boss says and how my boss behaves and how my boss leads by example. And so if you think about that, a lot of us in our position to be role models for our employees, we're in position to be role models for our families. And so we just want people to always be thinking about safety, at work and in life, so we can come to the area and sort of help infuse that knowledge in people and learn from others who are sort of leaders in the industry.
The Texas Mutual WorkSafe Texas Summit, Corpus Christi, November 7th. There's going to be panel discussions with local experts. Tell us a little bit about the agenda that people can start planning what they need to know, who they're going to listen to, things of that nature. What's on the agenda for this summit?
Sure. There are two main things content-wise. So one will be a panel from local experts in oil and gas construction and service, who are folks who are from businesses in the community, who can talk about what they're doing that keeps their workers safe, gives tips, answer questions, really to give like a firsthand real world experience about how safety works in these organizations. And then the second one, and this is always popular, is we'll have a local OSHA representative and then someone from Texas Mutual who's very knowledgeable about OSHA, who will talk about OSHA rules and regulations and trends that they see, sort of how to deal with OSHA in a positive way. I think people usually think of OSHA as being scary, and a lot of times they're just there to consult and to help and to make a workplace safer. And so we want to make sure and get that message out too. And then, as always, there's two things people love: show up at 8 o'clock, you get free breakfast, and then if you stick around till the end, we'll have some drawings for some prizes that people can win too for showing up and getting some safety information.
Sounds fantastic to me, and it's not an all-day affair. I think that's the first thing to point out. It's from 8 to 10:30 on November 7th at the Omni Corpus Christi. Where do people need to go to find out more information and to register for the WorkSafe Texas Summit?
So, and I appreciate you talking about the time. These used to be a little bit longer, and I think especially after the pandemic, people's attention spans have shortened it up. So we've tightened our agenda up. So you can knock it out in less than a half a day and hopefully get a lot of information is valuable to you. So if you can find out more information and register by going to texasmutual.com/Corpus Christi.
And is there a deadline?
If we would like the events on November 7th, we would like everybody to register by November 3rd so that we can give the Omni accurate information about how many people we expect for breakfast and what to be ready for. So we'd like you to do that by then. But you know what? If your schedule frees up the day of and you have the chance to attend, you can come on down. We can probably find a spot for you too.
Sounds good. Jeremiah Bentley with Texas Mutual, Vice President of Marketing and Community Affairs. Thank you so much for the time today.
Well, thank you very much for giving me the chance to share our passion for safety and passion for the community, and we can't wait to be in Corpus Christi and see